Alright, so we got replays from the Chaemiko versus Moon series that happened. It was a deciding match in the TED Cup to get a spot in the quarterfinals. And
Ready to work.
yeah, elimination match, I guess, technically. Whoever wins is in the quarterfinals, whoever loses is out. Best of 3. First map, Amazonia. We got Chaemiko starting at the bottom left-hand side of the map. And there was no observer in the game, so I have to reveal the whole map to be able to watch, basically, which is not ideal. If I switch to Moon, it's going to be the purple one, right? Yeah, so we'll stay on Chaemiko, I guess. It doesn't really matter. Sadly, I cannot change the zoom in a replay. But I'm curious what happened in those games. I'm sure we're going to learn some things here. And yeah, I already know the result, but if you guys are watching this and you don't know the result, I'm not going to spoil it.
Ready to work. Job's done.
I expect an Archmage, yeah. On the other side, Warden being used on Amazonia. I actually expected Keeper, but Moon feeling like a Warden here.
Job's done.
I guess we're gonna hear all the alerts of Chaemiko because we have to select one of the players, so every time a building finishes, we're gonna hear drop down and stuff.
Ready to work.
Get some farms, bro. What are you doing? You expect Expo and Amazonia for human? I don't know, actually. I think maybe he's gonna scout, and when he sees Warden, he's gonna play one base. I don't know. Moon usually gets very ready for this kind of Expo. Gets the lightning shield trick done perfectly here.
Job's done.
Ready for
He's actually... Oh, he's gonna creep Expo first.
Ready to work.
Wait, so that's 2 wisps down there on those trees and 1 here. So he has like a sick vision. This is Moon's vision right now.
Have engaged the enemy.
Look at this. Patrolling wisps. He's gonna head to the other side of the map immediately. Chaemiko begins the creeping, splits the Archmage away from the water elemental so wisps cannot land on both. That was nice, he just threatened with the wisp but didn't really detonate them super early either. And all the units took a lot of damage before the Warden even gets there. Lands the first fan of knives. And he does connect with both the Archmage and the water here. That was a bit of a mistake by Chaemiko to split away like he did. Oh my god. Oh my god. Not like this. One more peasant. Deny. You have to deny. If he comes in and he's about to kill it, you have to deny. Third Moonwell and no tech yet for Moon.
Ready to work.
Did he? Oh my god, he stole it. He actually... He's almost 3. He stole the XP but not the item. Oh my god, if he stole the item, I think Chaemiko... Archmage 1 against Warden, that's gonna get level 3 guarantees. Oh no. No. That's pretty bad news, guys. That is pretty bad news indeed. Comes back, picks up slippers. He's gonna hire mercenaries as well.
Our forces are under attack.
In the meantime, we finally get level 2 for Chaemiko. Trying to set up that expo. That steal is so big. Like, without that, he would be very far away from level 3, and Archmage would have already gone to level 2, like, instantly, and he'd be the one closer to level 3. So that last hit was... This kind of move can put you really far behind or really far ahead, depending on how it goes.
Forces are under attack. Ready to work.
At least we see the spells here at the top. I guess that's the upside of not watching on NetEase, even though we might have had a different zoom on NetEase. Archmage with only Gauntlet of Strength here. Hey, you want to be careful not to tank too much damage to the Warden here, because if he starts Shadow Striking you... But actually, he went Fan of Knife Blink, I just realized. There is no Shadow Strike. But still applying a lot of damage onto the Archmage. Chaemiko is working with almost no lumber here. And Moon's doing a recruitment session here. He's buying all the mercs on the map. 2 Troll Priests, 2 Berserkers.
Our forces are under attack.
I'm surprised he didn't kill like a small Murloc to get level 3. Maybe he's not in that much. Or maybe he thought like he can just kill Water Elemental with some Abolish. Abolish magic.
Job's done.
Yeah, it's tough when you have Archmage only level 2 here, but as long as you have Expo... Wait. He thinks there is an attack coming. I guess his tower is so late that he thinks if Night Elf attacks now, he's just dead, so he's sending Militia in advance, then he realizes, no, he's not even here. Moon creeping with Ancient of War in the center, gets level 3. That's gonna be a circlet. Oh, he's gonna do the Sonic Push. He brings Shredder with Wisps. And he might buy a second... What does he get? Naga? Naga or that Sweet Panda that we all know about? Maybe he tries to get the second... No, actually he cannot get the second Shredder because this wasn't even done. I'm dumb. Even Moon knows that and he doesn't have the full map vision. What am I talking about? So he sees all of this coming. It's time to send Militia. I'm a little surprised he hasn't sent... Yeah, it's a Naga. Makes a lot of sense with this. Sick lockdown potential. He needs to repair the Shredder. Maybe one detonate as well. Naga comes in. And actually, wait, Chaemiko... Oh, he has Dust. Okay, I was like, if he cannot scan, it's worth it to blink and start using Fan of Knives and then Shadow Meld, but he does have Dust. So he waits until the tower is like under big threat. And now it's gonna go down. Militia coming in from behind. Moon with some kiting. Instead of just standing there and losing everything, you see he just kites back to the point where he knows Militia is not gonna last much longer, and then he re-engages. There's still one more Fan of Knives available. Water Elemental being only level 1 here puts you at great handicap when you're fighting. The Shredder is just standing there being repaired. Don't touch me. So he just evacuated to use the Regen Scroll and now he's gonna re-engage. Naga cancelling some of his cells. Or a Regen Scroll rather. The decision making is just so flawless. Like he just leaves the Shredder here. Then now he sees the danger, he pulls it back. And I think because of the bad start, Chaemiko never had the lumber to actually go for defense. So yeah, I mean... defense gonna finish when he's gonna have like 0 footmen left. Gets the Shredder finally. Deny from Moon! Oh my god. He's not giving him anything. He got the deny on the Troll Priest. Power is gonna get sniped very easily now. And it just feels like there's so much. And behind this, you know that Moon, you know, is gonna be getting Tier 3 or whatever he needs. That's what happens. And that's the 1-0 for 5th race. Let's go straight into map 2. Let me update the score real quick. Yeah, we are. So do we see another Warden here, or maybe do we go back to something like a Keeper?
Ready to work.
I hope to see a longer game at least, because that was super one-sided. After he stole the golem on the expo, like you're just so far behind.
Ready to work.
It's like one of those games where you really wish, like if it was ladder, you might just leave, you know, like you really wish would be over soon so you can move on to another one. But yeah, obviously being a tournament and all, and an elimination match, he's stuck through it and still tried a little bit more.
Ready to work.
Stop spamming rally points, bruh. Okay, what's the plan here? I think for Chaemiko it's pretty straightforward. Nobody really opens for this anymore. Almost ever.
Job's done.
It should always be this as first, but Moon. Okay, we got a Keeper. He's going back to a lot more standard play here.
Ready to work.
The Wisp that were ready last game was insane, by the way. Like, he was like completely patrolling around the expo. I feel like the straight expo on Amazonia is something that at first found success because Night Elves were really not used to it. But now that they are and they prepare multiple Wisps, we saw what can happen. But it was really the last hit on the Golem that did a lot for him too.
Ready for action. Ready to work.
Yeah, so he goes for the Forest Troll Trapper because of the extra damage of the Ancient of War on this.
Job done. Ready for action. Ready to work. This had better be work.
Is this on the new patch? Yes, it certainly is. Moon's Swift presence. I mean, I have to show you guys. This is Moon's vision. 2 wisp around the expo every time and like 1 around here. He's gonna go for the detonate here for extra XP.
Our sacred grove is being desecrated. Complete.
He gets level 2 because of this. So now he already has Entangle and Trance. Headed to the other side of the map. Wait, is he gonna... What? He just did this. A lot of players, they would just do this now and then go Expo, but he goes Expo immediately after. Which one of the Wisps we'll see immediately here from Moon. Footman on the other side is kind of scouting the timing on the tech. You want to know if Elf is teching quickly or not, or maybe not at all. Wisp in position. He's like, summon that water, I dare you. Summon it! And Chaemiko is like, no, I won't. And then Moon is like, well, then you lose everything. Starting with this one peasant here trying to run away. Who do you think you are? Chaemiko gets the experience of the Knoll at least, so he's going to get closer to level 3. But Moon looking to score some peasant kills here. If this was PUBG, Moon would be one of those guys that lands quickly, grabs an AK, and then hunts down people without loot. That's what he's doing here. He's going straight for the peasants. They're unarmed, they cannot fight back, and he just kills them anyway. He's still staying a long time, and that's because he's got more mana. I think one more set of trance here. He just clicks on peasants. I'm surprised that there was no extra militia here. Like, where's the militia? You're supposed to send it. Footman doing a one-on-one down there. One more peasant's gonna fall. Keeper leveling very quickly. Archmage should be getting 3 soon. One footman also gonna fall, looks like. Very important to get any denies you can get here. Oh, he shadow melded on time here. So Keeper barely gets out. Usually that's a staff to be quicker. He can staff out and then run to the other side of the map again.
Job's done.
There's action everywhere. It's actually hard to follow. Deny. Not this one. Archmage 2.9, Keeper 2.7. Gets level 3. Does he steal the dust away here? Because he's got some archers kind of trapped inside of the expo. But he doesn't have gold for everything. So he buys dust, sell it instantly. And I think that's going to be a staff out. As soon as he has the gold here. Oh. Wait, how did he scan? Wait, how did he just scan? He has nothing at the lab. He might have had something. Did I dream or did I see a scan?
Upgrade complete.
Wisp getting hunted down.
Job's done. Ready for action. Ready to work.
What are we going for exactly here for Moon? There is a Huntress Soul getting Ultra Vision, so I'm thinking Lors. And he's getting a tree on the other side. And he can get level 3 easily here from this turtle camp. Having 3 Moon Wells already is also really nice. I thought I was tier 3 that started. I got worried for a sec. Because I don't think that's what he needs to start this fast. Yeah, Archmage looking to apply some pressure now. Keeper gets 3. Yeah, there's no way you can kill a tree when it's this advanced here. You can just entangle the water. Yeah. He's not even gonna wait until the water elemental starts attacking. He's like, yeah, that's your biggest damage output here, 3341. I'm just gonna entangle that. And still no dust on the Archmage either. This experience will add up as well. Like, if Keeper ends up getting 4 very quickly, then he can just bully super easily. Gets the experience as well. On the other side, tech started finally for Chaemiko. I don't think he was able to get defend yet. He's gonna buy a staff in case he gets entangled surrounded, so he can staff out. Don't touch my wisp. He can just make trance, right? Move, move! Oh my god. He's blocking himself! Oh, dear god. Yeah, that's more footmen dying. I guess forcing the trance is at least nice, because that's 100 mana going to that, but... Still footmen dying. Very important to get the denies here, like I said. Demon Hunter seconds here. I really wonder how Chaemiko is gonna react. Like, what second hero do you get? I feel like a lot of the time you see Keeper, you're like, okay, it's MK second. But now that Night Elves have adapted to this and go Demon Hunter second, it feels like MK second is much worse than some of the other options. So usually here it would be between Blood Mage or Naga, I guess mostly. But I've still seen some players go for MK second anyway and try to walk with Invis, Invuln. So I'm very, very curious. Gets a bit of a block here with the Blacksmith, kind of like you would do against Undead a lot of the time. Nature's Blessing, so he wants to be able to move around easily, also have that tree more protected. That would make Neo happy. Yeah, that demon needs to start leveling. Like Keeper, once he's 3, you don't really care anymore. It's really about that demon starting to get levels. And Moon's map awareness is so good, like he knows there is no threat nearby. So he's like, I don't even need to bring Wisp right now to repair. He's just building up his Wisp count to have enough lumber down the line. When you watch the top humans, they're so good at getting the exact right amount of lumber peasants that they need. And I feel like for Elf, the same can be said. It's so easy in this game to lack, especially like now, he used quite a bit of Wisps already, remember, right? So Moon fully identifies that, and you already know exactly how many Wisps more he needs to make. Look at how many Wisps! He's just been spamming them. Like, for him, it was #1 priority right now. But yeah, Expo now set up. Already having Nature's Blessing is quite good. It's gonna set up the creeping here on the left-hand side. Mana Pendant, a nice boost, like when you're working with Moonwells. And second hero is a Blood Mage with double Sanctum, and he doesn't rush tier 3. I guess he don't have the lumber. So let's see, he has, what, 5 here?
Our forces are under attack.
So he has 11 total. As human, even though there is the new upgrades here that you can get quicker, I think you need at least 13 anyway. And like that 2 peasant difference makes a big one. Because you see, he reached tier 2 and then he had to get double Sanctum, then he had to start producing rifles, so he needed so much lumber. He also made some farms in advance. So he's definitely missing... I mean, I feel like he should be starting tier 3 here, if he wanted. Unless his plan is to go like is to do a tier 2 base, but Moon is so good against that. He's getting bear training. He bought the double scroll early, I like that, to not let it go away to Moon. Archmage, for some reason, is doing a one-on-one with the Keeper. Yeah, he's gonna start running now, finally. And that's even gonna be stolen by Moon. Like, great map control. He's got great healing, slippers of agility. Moon's feeling super confident right now in this game. Yeah, usually when you wanna do this push, you need mortars with it. Rifle and casters is not enough. And then what he's gonna do is basically try and get big supply, aka 70 or 80, go there and then tower up, and then try to tower this Expo. Maybe he's worried about the late game against tier 3 Night Elf when there is like fountains to fall back onto to heal. But look at Moon's map control. He's not missing a bit. He stole this, runs to the center. That Ancient of War that helped him creep this in the meantime, now he's in the center, tanking a bunch of the damage, and he's gonna do this very easily. He doesn't even have bears to heal yet for his demon, but the Ancient of War makes it so that he doesn't need them anyway.
Smell magic.
Because there is no mount tanking, also this guy can just staff anytime he wants. Gets a Helm of Valor, so that's strength and agi for the demon. Yeah, it's a good time to disengage. Like right now is when Chaemiko has like a decent supply lead that he probably usually wants to fight. First few breakers. So he made 2 priests, 2 sorceress, and then now he's spamming rifle breaker. Magic control actually to get to take control of the treants, which he expects are gonna be there. Demon is 4. Oh my god, that guy just power leveled like a madman. He's getting upgrades. Yeah, he has 1-0, so it's gonna be 1-1 in a sec. Chaemiko is so out leveled. This is nuts. I've rarely seen him being so out leveled in a game ever, I think. He's gonna be 3-2 against 4-3. That is nuts. Gets a greater mana here. And does he go banish? I want to see more Flame Strike. What is up? Why are all these guys hating on Flame Strike? I feel like Banish or Flame Strike is situational. Like, yes, a lot of the time Banish is better, but in this game, can you really say that Banish is better than Flame Strike? So he sees the peasants. Yeah, Moons was trying to catch off reinforcements. Moon is like, he understands exactly what's happening. He sees this tier 2 army, he's like, okay, the big push is coming. I need to buy some time. He's just going pure bear dryads. He's gonna place the Enchant of War to buy even more time here. He might buy one more scroll, I think, first. Okay, every time some units are out of position like this, he engages, gets some kills. It's very awkward for Chaemiko because he has to move there to fight this. When in reality, he would have liked to send his peasants here to start towering up. But yeah, 2 kit towers gonna go down. It's 76 supply. Look, he's trying to catch reinforcements again, and he does. There's no dispel available for some reason. Oh, it's only now researching. Yeah, that's the downside of this. Now he loses a very important mortar at the backlines. That's 3 supply and one of the better units to try and deal with those Dryads. Moon's gonna TP, so he can get a safe cancel on his towers. And even maybe the peasants before the fight even starts. Fairy Dragons. The new improved Fairy Dragons with the flares. Oh my god. They're gonna implode those casters. Chaemiko tries to target on them with rifles. Yeah, he did the right move here. He moved out outside of the area where they were gonna be effective. Mortar being entangled. If he dispels, that's gonna be flare. Actually, no. The Fairy Dragon that was closest actually died. He did go Flame Strike, by the way. Thank God. Let's see those flames. Where does he go for it? I think... Oh, he goes for it at the front. And Moon was already disengaging. I think maybe restart towers here. You don't need to tower that close. They just need to be there somehow. Gets a shop. The shop is like for whenever they disengage, you can use a regen scroll. It's 100 gold and like makes you replenish a lot of hit points on everything. But yeah, Moon, he's bought enough time to actually be ahead in supply right now. He's got the 1-1 upgrades. Mortars need to be shooting Dryads here, not the tree. You don't care about it. Like, it can be repaired easily here. It's never gonna die, that tree. Okay, there we go. No, that's not on the Dryads. No, you don't want that archer, dude. It steals a bunch of the rejuve. And there is a really good mix of bears to Dryads here, I think. Even though the Dryads, a lot of their mana is already gone. They've already dispelled a lot of the slow that was there. Archmage actually dies. He didn't have time to TP or transfer the invuln. Oh my god. I think the move was to transfer the invuln here because he was doing a lot of damage. And like now, if you look at this army, Moon can just run to Fountain and heal while creeping it. He's just gonna rebuy and re-go. Yeah, I like that actually. That's the best choice. It would be a big mistake here to go into a passive game from there. Like, Chaemiko is all in on tier 2 here. And he fully identifies that. He went Flame Strike too, by the way. But Moon's micro in those fights is so good with like pulling back the units. Moon kinda gets caught here. It feels like he didn't expect this move. He was kinda like standing there with a lot of injured units. Oh, the Fairy Dragon. Oh god, 9 hit points. He's draining all of the mana away from the demon. Archmage, you don't want to lose that again? Oh my god, not again. He TP's out. Gets level 4 in the meantime. And one more bear. Do we see MGs being added now? Or does he really want to stay on like pure bear like this? He's a care bear. Blood Mage almost 4. He might just go creep now, but I mean... The problem of this army is that if 2 MGs join the fight, it becomes a lot worse, but that's the new MGs with only 1 taunt instead of 2. So if you got Chaemiko's micro, maybe you don't care as much. Because then you can just retarget immediately after they've taunted, and then they're just, you know, standing there being not as good as the rest. But yeah, Moon, I don't think the plan is to really break 80. He's actually down to 68 supply here. He lost a lot. That last fight. He's getting upgrades, I like that. This guy's like, let me out! Let me out! Put me in, coach. 1-0 rifles. Breakers 1-1. Sees the flying machine with the Fairy Dragon. Tree kinda being made remote from the center. You don't want to make it too close so that, you know, it's obvious it's there and then it gets easily sniped. I kinda like that. He has Nature's Blessing anyway. It takes like a very short time to move. And yeah, flying machine production here.
Research complete.
to try and get rid of those fairy dragons, because they're a big threat. If they are not there, you much prefer that here if you're the human. Look at Moon, he's giving no time to Chaemiko as well. He gets on top of this workshop. He's like, well, you got a TP right now, but then if you're Chaemiko, you cannot really TP. You can only TP there, and then that would be bad. So I guess the workshop is basically saying you can't do much about the fairy dragons if I place them well. And he's gonna place it well, I believe. Wait, Bear's kinda trying to fight some breakers on their own. He's not switching the fairy dragon just yet. Yeah, there it is. That should be targeted earlier, especially if it's just one. If there is 3 here, the move is to pull back. If there is just one, I think you should just target it. Because then you wouldn't have had to pull back now. Bears with 2/2 upgrades. Flame Strike gonna hurt. Oh my god. Chaemiko landing some big Flame Strike inside of those bears. The mortars and rifles trying to connect on the Dryads. Moon is so good at strafing in the middle of everything. He's probably a local dodgeball champion in his school. And Flame Strike, as it's about to kill a lot of those bears, Moon TP's out. Look at this. He saves so much here with his Town Portal and Micro. Demon, by the way, 5.4. I know where that leads a lot of the time. With a big bad transformation. Oh god. Run, Dryads, run! So he went for +2 armor on the breakers here. I think that usually would be a good moment for Chaemiko to transfer some of these peasants to the main and then bring them into the fight next time. But he's not close to any level 5s here. He's trying to steal the scroll. Moon saw that coming, so he buys his own. What is there? There was one left over. Oh, he's actually going to retrain. I'm not sure I like that. I feel like if you're playing with mortars like this and a lot of sorceresses, if you slow everything and then you have water elemental, it's very hard for the Dryads to be able to cover everything. But maybe we're at the point where there is so many Dryads with enough mana that he thinks water elementals are going to feed free XP. And also he saw the amount of bears. I've seen some crazy comebacks where if Blizzard lands big time on all of those bears at the front and they're just tanking the breakers. Oh my god, he's tipping. Moon is like, okay, I gotta save this. If I can set up that base, I'm super far ahead. Chaemiko sees this. He's gonna try and use the ship as a block as well. Turns around. Blizzard, Flame Strike. Anti-magic potion. Where's the Dispel? Fairy Dragon perfectly placed as well. He hasn't used the second one. That's because he knows there's gonna be a retreat. And now he can use it to make sure those casters take a lot of damage every time they're casting pretty much anything. Mortars have had such a hard time the entire game connecting to the Dryads, but now they finally start getting some of these shots. It feels like maybe the TP was a bit early, but the Blood Mage was really low on hit points, so I can't blame him. And everything's left over slowly. And he's spamming Trance into the Expo at the same time. That's typical Moon here. He also did that when he played recently with Beastmaster against like Thorzane in the tag team. Remember that on this map, there is not a ton of gold on the Expo. And also, the Expo was taken much earlier by Chaemiko, so Moon probably is like, okay, I got more gold on my natural, I'm gonna start mining from the center. Now I just have to play really defensive. It's for you to attack into me, and I just gotta defend. Gets another anti-magic potion. Even though it can be dispelled, you might be like, oh, there's no use, it can be dispelled. Well, that's the thing. It forces a dispel when there is fairy dragons. You take a lot of damage, and he's just spamming Trance. Dude, look at the XP of that demon. Ooh, he turns around, does a lot of damage to the Blood Mage. Those Trance are doing a lot. That could actually have backfired if there was a priest left inside of the Expo. Like, after that starts happening, you definitely should do that. Okay, there's the Dispel. Blood Mage is already really low, though. It feels like he's not really in a fighting position here that he can take. And Moon just keeps sniping you the snap. He's gonna get 6! From some peasants here, probably. Yeah, he gets it. Say hello to my little... I think he realized he was gonna get his mana drained, so he's like, I might as well transform now. And that's it. That's enough to make Chaemiko leave the game. And that's the match that qualified Moon into the round of 8 of TED Cup, which will happen tomorrow.